Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you for joining me for another video today. Hope that you like this topic as much as I enjoy making it. Let's go ahead and get right into today's discussion, which if you haven't guessed already, is going to be about games that I want to see come to the Nintendo Switch. More specifically though, I want to talk about third-party games. Because as we all know, Nintendo's been getting a ton of third-party support lately. I mean, we've been hearing announcements come left and right from games like Doom, L.A. Noire, Dark Souls and stuff like that are coming to the Switch. Games that I would normally think would never have even come to a Nintendo system, and yet here we are with these games that are coming. And so I thought, what should come to the Nintendo Switch that could help? Now, I don't think that there's really anything else that Nintendo needs to do to help with their sales. I mean, they already have 15 million sales of the Switch so far, and the system's been out maybe a year. I think it's doing pretty good on its own. And the second year, with games like Metroid Prime coming, No More Heroes, and just a ton of other games coming, I don't really think that there's really much else that Nintendo can do. But these are games that, if I had a say in it, should come to the Nintendo Switch. So, without any further ado, without any further delay, let's go ahead and get into today's topic. And of course, just like with any of my videos, you're always welcome to put your thoughts down in the comments below. Love to hear what you guys have to think. If there's any games that I happen to have missed that you would love to see come to the Nintendo Switch, and why you think that it would work on the Nintendo Switch. So in no particular order, we're going to talk about these games. So first I want to get Destiny. And not really Destiny, Overwatch is more popular, and Overwatch would work as well. But I think there needs to be some kind of a shooter game. And we'll probably get this with Metroid Prime 4. It'll probably work similar to how Hunters did, and probably have online functionality and stuff like that. But really what I'm getting at is more of a popular series. Like maybe not necessarily Titanfall, because I think Titanfall works more on Xbox systems. And maybe not so much Destiny, because they have, the stuff going on with Sony. But you get what I'm saying. Because every single console, like Microsoft has Halo, and they can always kind of use Halo as a backup, we need a Halo game to help sell, and so either the conduit or something that can help get that first-person shooter market out there. And so I picked Destiny because it's like the most popular one right now, I think, other than Overwatch. Overwatch is very popular, but I think that Destiny could do well too. Or Titanfall, or Overwatch. So it would just depend upon, again, whatever Nintendo has in the pipeline. This could be Metroid Prime 4. But I just think that it needs some kind of a shooter community. Something that you can play online that uses their Nintendo Switch online functionality that they're going to have in September. Other than Splatoon. I mean, I know Splatoon is technically a shooter. It's more like a third-person kind of shooter. But I'm talking about like a first-person shooter, more realistic in style, to help attract that audience. Now, next is a bit of a weird one. But again, I just think that I'm trying to think of a gambit of games here to try and think of different genres that can help pull people in. And so my next pick is Zombie U. Now, Zombie, I know, came out for the Xbox and PlayStation. I know that they revamped it and made it Zombie. But Zombie U came out on a system that really used the functionality of the Wii U well. And I think that with Zombie, you have the opportunity to do like what you're doing now with Bayonetta and with Donkey Kong Country, and bring these games that were on the Wii U that maybe didn't sell as well because of the hindrance of the gamepad, that you can now remake as Zombie. It's like Zombie HD or something like that, and re-release it on the Switch to to cater more to that audience. And again, it could have better online functionality. It could have, you could add in gyroscope. You can add in more motion control stuff with the. You can even throw in the touchscreen functionality if you wanted to in your portable mode for the inventory. There's all kinds of stuff that you can do, and I think it'd be really interesting to see what Nintendo could do with a game that was really good on the Wii U, but just didn't really get the audience that it deserved due to the sales of the Wii U. For my next pick, I'm going with a game that is possibly in the works. It's been rumored to be in development for quite some time, and hopefully we'll see an announcement about it soon. And I would just love to see it happen, similar to what we got with Bayonetta, and that's Vanquish. Now, Vanquish was a really good game. I really liked it on my PS3. But seeing a redone version of Vanquish come on the Switch, as well as a Vanquish 2, similar to what we got with Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, and like we're getting now on the Switch, I think that it would be really beneficial to get a high-octane action game on the Switch that could be played anywhere. That could be played on the go, in your car, at work, on your break. It can be played when you're on vacation. It can be played at your house. And again, if you can... And this is a game that I think could also function from having online multiplayer, especially for the second game. Having a nice third-person shooter like this game that's very high octane, very actiony, and maybe even have it to where it's a team-based game. I was trying to think of similar to like Evolve, where it's maybe 5 people against one person who's like maybe a boss or something like that. But maybe not like that. But you get what I'm saying? Maybe robots versus people or something. I don't know. But I think that it could really benefit from that. My next pick is a game that might be a bit of a stretch, but it has happened before, Deus Ex. Deus Ex Human Revolution was a good game. I enjoyed it on my PS3, and I know that it also came out on the Wii U, and the Wii U happens to be the Director's Cut version that also has the off-screen capabilities, like what you got when you hooked up your PS3 to your Vita. And so you instantly got that. And I think that that could be something that could work out well for Nintendo. Having Mankind Divided come to the Switch, I think could really help. But I think that that's probably the least likely of all the games on my list, because of the fact that, again, Square Enix... I'll have to double check the list, but last time I checked, Square Enix wasn't really on board. I can't think of any games that Square Enix has contributed, or if they've even stated that they're going to contribute any games to the Switch so far. Because we haven't gotten a Final Fantasy, we haven't gotten a Deus Ex, we haven't gotten anything real big that I can think of from Square Enix. I think we're getting one game, I think it's the Octopath Traveler or something like that. That might be it. So I have to double check. But I'm just saying, like a big third-party IP for them like that, I think would be really good. And so the last game on my list is something that I would just love, because I know that we're getting it. And so I'd love to see it on the Switch, because so far every other one has come to the Switch, and that's Darksiders. You know, we already have Darksiders 1 and 2 that showed up on the Wii U with the Death Definitive Edition and the War Mastered version, or whatever they called it. So we got Darksiders 1 and 2, so seeing 3 show up on the Switch would be great. And if you want to release 1 and 2 again on the Switch, that's fine. Have the whole trilogy come out. That would be cool. But I just think that it's only fair because, again, I'm trying to think more along the lines of games that have come to multiple consoles, that have also shown up on Nintendo consoles that could really sort of help. And we've seen Darksiders 1 and 2 show up on the Wii U. And we have a trailer for Darksiders 3, but I don't think that it was announced officially for the Switch. I guess it's going to depend upon how the game looks and runs, if they can even cater that down. But that's my list. It's only 5 games. I wanted to keep it short, try to keep this video under 10 minutes. But what do you guys think about my list? Do you think that these games could really help Nintendo sell even more than they already have with the Nintendo Switch? Or do you think that there are some other games that could probably work as well? What would you like to see? Again, like I stated for the call earlier in the video, put your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys had to think. And as always, guys, I really appreciate the fact if you've watched me all the way through. I'd like for you to give me a thumbs up if you did watch the video all the way through. That way I know you watched it all the way through and you liked content like this and you'd like to see more from me like this. But I appreciate all the support that I can get, guys. I hope you have yourself a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time I talk to you guys. Have a good one.